Hello everyone, it's Kavita from Red Door Yoga. Thank you for joining me for the Red Door Yoga Mini Sutra series. Today I wanted to talk to you about the conflict in ideals. Now, to understand what we're going to talk about today, I actually want to start with a quote from Daisy Bates. No man or woman who pursues an ideal in his or her own way is without enemies. Now, I remember probably about 2 decades ago, my father said to me that the most successful politicians are those who stand for nothing. Now, this was not him trying to convince me to stand for nothing. It was him explaining to me the idea that once you stand for something, whatever it is that you stand for, you automatically create conflict or pushback. There are automatically going to be people who are going to agree with you and people who will disagree with you. So in the world of politics, you want the most people possible to be happy with you because you want the most people possible to vote for you. And as a result, he said, the most successful politicians take no stand on anything. That way, hopefully, most people have no problem with them. What you need to understand is that we all carry ideals, we all carry values, and you should be pursuing those values in your life by the way you live and all the things that you do. But that when you pursue those values, or as Daisy Bates puts it, those ideals in your own way, you are bound to create what she calls enemies. Now, enemies simply means that there are people who are disagreeing with you. Sometimes they're disagreeing with the way in which you are pursuing the ideals. Sometimes they disagree with the ideals themselves. But you are guaranteed that you are going to have those who find conflict with you because of your pursuit of the ideal in the way that you do. Now, the reason that I kind of say, it's conflict and that she calls them enemies is that they don't necessarily need to be enemies. They are in conflict with you, but they are not necessarily your enemies. And I'm trying to bring across the idea to you that it is impossible to eliminate this as you are moving through life, trying to pursue your ideals in the way that feels right to you, in the way that feels most authentic to you. Now, if we can recognize that it's an impossibility to pursue your ideals in a way that is authentic while making no one upset with you, if you can accept that, it will make it a little easier for you to continue moving forward. But if you carry the idea that people being upset with you means that you must be doing something wrong or that your ideal is inherently wrong, then you're going to be a bit in trouble, because then your value system you're going to waver in the face of your value system based on people being in conflict with you. And people are always going to be in conflict with you, right? And so that means that if you cannot accept that the pursuit of an ideal creates what Daisy Bates calls enemies, but basically people in conflict with you, then you will never be able to adhere to the values that really matter to you. I hope this was helpful, everyone. Something, just a little piece before I go, something that has helped me to really take this idea in and use it to help me live my life is I remind myself that there are particular people that I can think of that I really hold in high regard. Okay, they're human beings. They are prone to things that all human beings are prone to, and they don't always, hit their mark according to me or even according to them, but they do really well and they work really hard at those ideals. So these are people that when I think about them, I go, yeah, I hold you in high regard, and I really value what I consider to be your nobility. So I always try to remember, okay, well, even these people that I think so highly of, based on the way that they live their life and the nobility with which they live their life, they have enemies. They have people who think they are not doing a good enough job. They have people who think that they are bad people. Okay? Even though to me, they are some of the best human beings that I have had the privilege of observing in the world. So that has been helpful to me to realize that even people that I feel are some of the best human beings, the most kind human beings, some of the wisest human beings, have had a lot of, quote unquote, according to Daisy Bates, enemies. It cannot be eliminated. So it shouldn't even be part of your goal. Okay? You need to actually focus on what your ideals are, pursue it in your own way. Okay? Understand that the road will always have conflict. It is the nature of life. Thank you, everyone. Again, I hope this was helpful. If you have questions or comments, I'd love to hear. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Namaste.